Hey everybody, Rodney back with you. I got a review, or I ain't gonna say a review. I got a video I want to do about what they call my opinion video, and it's basically my opinion on what the best cardos, or the kind that I use, atomizers, the best drip tips, the best tanks, the best mod, the best regular standard EC like the 808s or the 510 style batteries. But I hadn't done that yet. Actually, I wanted to do that before I done this, but time ain't allowing it to do, so I decided to go ahead and do this. This is a review on a mod that I got from ivape.net. Their version of the Lavatube stainless steel chrome is called the Varitube, and we're going to talk a little bit about this thing. Alright, depending on where you get it at, what site you get it on, what vendor you get it from, it's called different things. The actual name of what they had to begin with was the Lavatube, and I still got the black Lavatube that I like a lot. Had it since January with no problems whatsoever. Well, actually before January, December maybe of last year, I think. Not a bit of problem with it whatsoever. It's been working, firing fine. And then they come out with the stainless steel chrome, newly designed. It's got the Ego style threading, which to me looks so much better than the flat top that the regular Lavatube is. But it's a lot, being stainless steel, it's going to be heavier. But everything else works pretty much the same. The difference is this has a floating tip, so it kind of matches whatever atomizer you put on it, depending on if it's a 510 or where the battery end is located on the atomizer. I do know a lot smoother draw from this than the standard Lavatube. But I was reading some reviews where others were saying they get a more tighter draw. I don't get that. I get a good, clean, easy draw from it. Let's take a quick toot on it, quick vape on it. I don't really like using that word toot, but quick toke on it, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. It performs great. It carries the regular 18650 batteries, and it comes in a kit. You get, if you go to iVape, you get the Varitube 2 IMR highdrain 18650 flat tip batteries. You get a charger. It's a single charger, and cut 2 atomizers. I don't use atomizers very much, practically not at all, but they're good to have just in case, so not a big deal. The batteries, the only thing I didn't care for about the batteries, now I don't know the whole story behind this, other than it says it's an IMR highdrain 18650 flat tip, but there's no markings on it whatsoever. Most of the ones I get has something on it. AW IMR 18650, 2000 mile, or 1600 mile, but this has absolutely no marking on it. I'm assuming and hoping that it's original, it's not some counterfeit battery. They seem to be working fine. They won't work, although this 18650 that I got in works in the Lavatube and the ProVari with no problem. This will not work on the ProVari, I guess being the flat tip, but it works fine on the Lavatube. You still can use the standard 18650, which I got. This is a 900 mile. It works fine in the Lavatube. It just shows a little bit of the thread. It won't lock down all the way, but works great. Still use them in it, still doing fine. But that's the only issue so far that I found with the kit, not with the Lavatube, or not with the Vari Stack, but with the kit, is the batteries has no marking whatsoever. Don't even specify if it's AWIMR. I'm assuming it is and hoping it is. They've been working fine in them, so we're going to go with that. Let's do a quick, let me grab this real quick. Quick voltage test on it. Now I got this set at 5 volts. Now I ran a, it still does like the other Lavatube. If you put a low resistant on it or a dual coil, no matter what setting you got it on, it dropped it down to 3.8. I don't really like to vape my dual coils at 5 volts, but I do like them around 4.2. So I usually use the Pro Vari on that, because you can set it at 4.2 and it vapes fine. You don't even get an error message. Now you go to 4.3, you get an error message. Now I got this set at 5 volts, and it's actually showing 5.1, which is really good. This is a standard cartomizer, which pretty much is what I use exclusively, pretty much. And it drops it straight to 5 volts. So you're getting a true 5 volt when it says 5 volt. That, you know, that to me means a lot. With some of them that don't do that. Now I got it set at 4.2. Do it without the tank or do it without the cartomizer on it. Let's see what it shows us. 4.22. With the cartomizer on it, 4.15. So it's consistent. If whatever you're on, it does what it's supposed to do, and that's what I like about the Varitube, or a.k.a. Lavatube. Even with the other Lavatube that I got, the first one, it stands true to what it says it is. I mean, if you're 5 volts, you're pretty much getting 5 volts. A lot of mods that you go through or that you get, when it says 5 volts and you put on an atomizer, of course it drops it down to about 4.8, 4.9, 4.7. But with this, you seen it was 5.1 without load, under load, true 5 volts. So I like that. But like I said, with the dual coils or low resistant, no matter what you got it set on, it will drop it down to what I found it to be dropping it down was 3.8. Sorry. But that's a safety mechanism. I mean, that's some like it, some don't. The ones that don't like it, you know, likes to vape theirs at a higher voltage, the dual coils. I find it to be okay at the anywhere from 3.8 to 4.2. So that don't bother me whatsoever. So that don't have a deal. It's still got the 5-click deal where you check the battery voltage. 3.8 is what I got it's on now. And then it's got the lock feature where you hold the 2 buttons down for a second or two and it locks it into whatever wherever you got it set at. If I got it set at 5 volts, you just press those 2 buttons down, and then I'm stuck at 5 volts until I do it again, which is a good little feature. Everything else is pretty much standard on this thing. I mean, it's a real nice shiny chrome, stainless steel. A couple sites that I have visited said that theirs are the true stainless steel, and it's $74.95 for the standard Lavatube. If you get the chrome, or $69.95. If you get the chrome, it jacks it up to $79.95. But if you get the stainless steel, it jacks it up to $110. It's $30 more, somewhere around there. I got this for $79.95. It's stainless steel. It's chrome. It's called the Varitube, but you know it's stainless steel. It's not chrome covered. It's stainless steel. It's chrome finished, and it's solid as a rock. That's one of the batteries that I got in it, one of those batteries that came in the kit, which, like I said, don't have a marking on it. But everything else is standard. It's got your vent hole at the bottom, just like the standard one. It's got a heavier duty spring than the original Lavatube that I found. But everything else is identical except being the new design ego threading on the end and being stainless steel and chrome. It's a pretty little unit. Don't want to. It's almost like the Pro Vari. If you take it out somewhere, you don't want to take it out and get it messed up. And I kind of feel this way with this one. You know, I don't want to scratch up the chrome. It does leave some little smudgy marks on it, but a little wipe down takes care of that. Let's take another drag and we'll wrap this thing on up. The draw on it is great. I love this draw more so than I do the Pro Vari and the original Lavatube. To me, it's thumbs up all the way. It's a real good unit, solid unit, performs great. It's true to the voltage it's set on, and that's a big plus for me. That's what I got. That's it. I got mine from ivape.net, $79.95. Unless you catch it on sale or something, it might be lower, but it's $79.95, and you get the Chrome Varitube, stainless steel Chrome tube, 2 of your batteries, 2 atomizers, and a charger, which I don't use, so I got the other kind of charger, but you get a single battery type charger with it. It don't come in a fancy, yeah, and you get this case too, by the way. But it's ivape.net. It's called the Varitube. So if you're looking for an inexpensive, real solid quality mod, you really can't beat this thing. They got other mods on the site, like I did the VariStack review not long ago for real cheap, but this is the true version. Just don't have Lavatube wrote on it, don't have their name on it nowhere. It's a solid mod. I like that. That's what I got. That's it. ivape.net, $79.95 for the kit. Whatever you got, whatever you're using, whatever juice, whatever mod, whatever e-cig you got that's keeping you off the real deal, keep it up. That's the best way to go. Vape on, vape hard. Thank you for watching, and thank you for taking that ride on the DV Express.